G'day everybody, thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. This is the Pedal Picassos. My name is Matt. I am wearing a nice fancy shirt today because I've just finished a gig and I was too lazy to put a t-shirt on. So you've got me in a gig shirt, so I hope you feel special for that. Today we are looking at the Walrus Audio Sloer. Now, I'm a little ashamed to admit that this is my first Walrus audio pedal and it is absolutely exceptional. For those of you that regular viewers of the channel, you know I love reverbs and the space echo and just, you know, the big sky and really big luscious reverbs. The red panda one, whatever that's called, I can't remember what it's called, but it's amazing as well. I love big reverbs. GFI Specular Tempest was another one I absolutely love. It is amazing. Anyway, so this is the Slow. This is an expanded version of the Slow, a few extra controls and a few tricks up its sleeve, which is awesome. And I have two new algorithms as well. So, first we have the decay knob. Normally I would set everything at 12 o'clock, but today I'm not going to. I'm going to have the decay pretty long and the mix pretty high so we can all hear what's going on. This is on the first algorithm called Dream. All pretty short. And if you turn it all the way up, you get like an infinite freeze function as well, which is pretty cool. Now you can also get an infinite freeze by holding in this sustain button right here. And when you release it, it disappears. Now, while we're doing infinite sustain, there's probably a really good time to show you the filter, which is this second knob, because it works like the filter on a synthesizer. Which is pretty cool. Just because we're doing a reverb demo, I'm going to leave it up so you can hear all the frequencies. It's just a high frequency filter. It just sort of takes all the more and more high frequencies off the lower you go. Almost like a, I don't know, not really a wah pedal. That's sort of like a notch filter, but yeah, just a filter on a synthesizer. Anyway, I'll leave that pretty cool. Now, there's two sliders in the middle. The top slider has a different function for every different algorithm that you select. So in this one, it lets you hear the modulation. So you can hear with the slider up there's modulation, with the slider down there's none. And if you do have modulation, you can change the depth of it with the depth knob. I'm going to turn the reverb mix up full now so you can all hear exactly what the modulation is doing. So you can change the depth. Now, if you're holding the bypass button and turn it, you can also change the rate of it. So, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so this other slider, the mix knob's pretty self-explanatory. You can have it with no reverb, or you can have full mix. I'll leave the mix up pretty high so you can all hear what's going on. Now, we are listening to a full stereo signal today, thanks to the Strymon Iridium. So, there's 3 different settings. There's narrow stereo width, medium. If you've got your headphones on, you're going to be absolutely loving this right now. And wide, which I love. Alright, so I'll go through the rest of the algorithms for you now. The next one is called Light. It's like a Shimmer reverb. Now, of course, that top slider, you need to bring it in to get the shimmer. Not a huge fan of the modulation on this one. Now that stretch knob that I've just hit, that actually stretches it actually reduces the bit rate, believe it or not. According to the manual, it reduces the bit rate, and that will also, when you bring it down an octave, make it like have less fidelity, and up the top it will have maximum fidelity. So if you're playing with that slider down here, it'll have a lower fidelity than if you slide it up here. It'll have much higher fidelity up there because the bit rate is a lot higher, apparently. That's my understanding of the manual. Right, this next algorithm is called Rain. Now, this is more of a delay as well, like sort of like a short delay. If you've got the slider all the way up, it sounds very reverby. If you've got this slider all the way down, you can actually hear the individual delays. And the more you slide the slider up, the more diffused the delays go. Which is a lovely option to have. So you can have that little short slap back in there. So you can use it as more of a sort of a room reverb, I guess. Use those little short delays to be more like a room slapback. Sort of like a room space, you know. You know what I'm talking about. You don't need me to talk you through it anyway. The next one is the Rain algorithm. Now this is the same as a Shimmer verb, but an octave lower instead of an octave up. take the guitar out of it. To my ears, it does actually seem like there's a slight octave up in there as well. Now this last algorithm is a really interesting one. This is called Rise. So what it does is it lets you play for a little bit before it actually brings a reverb in. And you can adjust how slowly or quickly the reverb fades in underneath your signal with the slider up the top there. So you can have it really quick, or you can have it really slow. Didn't sound very good with the modulation on, did it? Well, there you go. That is the Walrus Audio Sloer. This is the latest in these mega reverb pedals, which are coming out. A lot of different companies putting out these mega reverbs. This one just sounds delicious. It's incredibly high quality. I can't hear any artifacting or any digitalness about it. It just sounds beautiful. It's really smooth and it's really slick. I'm really impressed with the list of features on here. I think I forgot to mention is you can actually save some presets in here as well. So, which is handy if you're going on the fly, if you're traveling on the fly and you need to recall some presets. So, look, it really is just quite an amazing pedal. They've come up with some really beautiful algorithms here, and I'm really happy with it. Now, we're not affiliated with Walrus in any way at all. So, when I'm telling you it's bloody terrific, it's bloody terrific. I mean it. There's no benefit for me in telling you how good it is. But it just really is quite an exceptional sounding reverb pedal. So if you're looking for one of these big reverb pedals, I paid the full retail $519 Australian, which is a lot of money. That's almost half a week's pay for me. But either way, it's really lovely, and I think it's a really good purchase. I'm going to run some synthesizers through it and the acoustic guitar through it now as well, I think, and see how we go. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe if you want to help the channel out in any way. That's the best way to do it for us. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time, and bye.